So the first big moment, Aberdeen have probably the best chance of the game in the first half, early. They don't take it, and then we obviously go and take our first big chance from there. And then I think if we took our chances on the break, on a bit more clinical, we might have made it a wee bit more of an easier afternoon, let's just say. And then it is big moments, so we hit the post, and then Rafa makes a huge save to keep it 1-0. And then from then, I always thought we were going to be a threat on the break, and I thought from an away performance and a team collective performance, I thought it was a very good one.
Did you think you had more of a chance, obviously, Aberdeen coming up a midweek European game, a game they got humped in 6-0? There was, a big stadium here full of fans maybe looking for a reaction, but it didn't really come. You managed to kind of shut that down. Yeah,
I think that's always the challenge. All you can control coming up here is your own performance. Certainly wasn't giving the players any excuses or anything to look at. We know ourselves how difficult it is coming off Thursday, Sunday at times, but at the same time, they're ready for that. The group's ready for it. They're prepared for it. The same as we would have been the same hadn't we got into the latter stages of Europe, but we have already faced that this season. So it is a mentality piece more than anything else. And the challenge for me was to make sure we started on the front foot and continued our level of performance after a Livingston display last week. And I thought we'd done that. Settled into the game really well, really aggressive, especially in the middle of the pitch. And as I say, I think in the end of it we deserved to win the game.
Is that a difference, do you think?
How big is that one? Sorry.
Is that a difference? Because I've seen Hibs teams come up here in good form and they haven't always had that mental strength to see over the line away from home here at Pittodrie, but there seemed that real collective mental strength today. Yeah,
I think it's, to be honest, internally that's always there. It's something I really believe in as a group of players. I think there's only one defeat this season domestically in the league, so I know there'll be a lot of noise around points that we've dropped around places, and maybe I could spin that on its head and say that there's a couple of times we've been a goal down ourselves and came back and picked up points. So over the course of the season you need to believe in what you're doing internally. What the noise goes on outside is something you can't control. You need to focus on how we can keep getting better and keep moving the group forward. And I think that's two big wins back to back, which is difficult to do, and really sets us up now for a massive game at home to Rangers, which will be a brilliant game to look forward to.
In reference to what you said to Chris there, there's no better drug than winning, and getting 2 wins in the bounce will do you the world of good now.
It does. It becomes a habit. I think we experienced that a little bit last season as well. Winning after winning is very difficult. Winning games of football in this league, you look how tight it is, how many draws there's been this season. Again, at any level, you need to be at your very best to think that you can win a game of football. And even within that, you need to take your chances and you need to be defensively good. I know I'm saying things that's common sense, but it is very difficult to do that consistently. But today, I thought it was a big, strong away performance and a deserved one, and I think the players have deserved it because of what they've been putting in recently.
Coaches, talk to us about your 2 goal scorers today, not just Thibault's goal but performance, and also what that does for Elie.
Yeah, I think, well, firstly, you mentioned Thibault. It's brilliant for him. Goal strikers, you want them to score goals, get chances and score goals. I thought he was a threat again today, which is positive. I think it's really good for him. We've been patient with him. He's had to be patient himself, and I think that's something that when you bring a striker into the building, especially, that comes with it, a foreign player, and has to settle and everything. You're in a rush to try and. The expectation's so high, everyone's expecting things straight away, but we're in no rush with him. He's got real competition round about him, he's got real quality round about him as well, which will only benefit him longer term. So I'm delighted for him, it'll do his confidence the world of good. Elie, great to come on and score a goal, but I talk about it all the time, the strength and depth of the group and the squad. The decision to bring on Elie was because of to exploit his pacing behind. It's something he came on and done very well, took his goal really well, but that's Elie Youan. He's quick, he's running power in behind, but also his technical ability. So delighted for him after a stop-start season, a wee while now, to be honest. So that'll do him the world of good as well, coming on and affecting the game in a positive way. And we need to keep building on this. We need to keep using the squad. Another big game during the week, and it's 3 games in 6 days this week, so we're certainly going to need it.
Is everybody okay that came off?
Warren was one that we weren't expecting. He's had a bit of a shoulder knock. We don't know the extent of that yet, but that was the reason for Warren coming off. And Dylan Levitt missed the matchday squad today. He was due to be in the squad, but a bit unwell last night, so obviously not going to allow that to spread. Hopefully he's okay, and we'll see where we go from there. But apart from that, everyone, I think, at this moment in time came through the game, but you never know till the dust settles.
I thought Josh Mulger was excellent today. What were the Scotland Cobb a few weeks ago?
Josh has been brilliant since he came to the club. I'm delighted for him. He's a real hard-working, honest boy that is really relishing the opportunity he's getting just now. He's another one that's benefiting from good players round about him. He's got a way of playing which is he's so suited to Scottish football. He's strong, he's powerful, he's his fitness levels are fantastic, and he can play a couple of positions as well. It's something I speak a lot about, having sort of dual position players. Played in the middle of the pitch today, gave us that energy, and then out to wing back for the large parts of the second half of the season. I'm delighted for him. I think his confidence will keep getting better as well. He'll keep improving as a player because he wants to get better. He knows he's got a lot of areas to work on still, which we are working hard at, and he is. And Scottish recognition's fantastic for him, but it's just the start of it for him. He needs to keep, wanting that all the time. He needs to keep getting better.
Do you think he can get more goals?
I think it's up to him. His level of performance will dictate. I think one thing it does demonstrate is if the level of, if we've got a lot of internationals at the football club, and if young Scottish players that want to, the pinnacle of your careers, to play for your country. And we've got Kieran Bowie, Josh Mulligan, Grant Hanley all playing for the country. Or Josh hasn't played yet, but involved in getting that international recognition. Has to be the centre for young players coming through, and a football club like Hibs gives you that platform, which is a great place to be.
Finding a nice balance with those three in the middle of the park at the moment?
I think it works really well today, but a lot of that's just to do with the game plan and what we wanted and how we expected Aberdeen to play, and trying to come up with a way to dominate the middle of the pitch. I really like when Dan sits there as a 6 on the ball today, and then having the legs and Josh Mulligan and Jamie McGrath, whether that's Josh Campbell, whether that's Miguel coming on as well, all real legs and energy to get up against the way Aberdeen play, to try and be on the front foot, to try and be aggressive, and that's something that it worked well for us today, but there's always different ways of playing every week, and we have got a little bit of a blend in there so that we can adapt depending on who we're playing against.
You had a great performance against Hearts, but not the result possibly that your play deserved. How much is this kind of football focus on Edinburgh helping drive you? Because obviously the lot across the road had a great result today, you've had a great result today, you've got a massive match on Wednesday, but it's at home and one that you get 3 points from. That's
the aim going into the game. You want to try and win every single game you go into. Listen, Rangers at home is always a difficult game, but a brilliant game to be involved in. Fans will be there, full house will get right behind us off the back of 2 very good performances, 2 very good results. And all we can keep doing is trying to catch the team in front of us right now, which is Celtic. I don't know how many points it is now, but that is something that we're moving towards. You want to try and look after yourself. Don't worry about nothing gets won or lost really in whatever we're October. Long way to go, and we've still got a lot of improvement to come. But we've certainly put in, give ourselves a platform to build on anyway.